Welcome to the Outlander Unhinged podcast, where we talk deep dives, wild theories, and the heart of Outlander. I'm Doreen.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Katie. Grab your snacks, Sassenachs. It's time to talk about Outlander. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 32 of the Outlander Unhinged podcast. And can we get a big welcome back to Ron Moore? We've missed you. Oh, my God.
I love
so
that.
So happy
Bravo.
he's back. Oh,
Boomy's
all right.
excited too.
Yes. So what are we talking, Jen? Or no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just was going to say I'm so excited.
Absolutely. Today we are talking about season 8, episode 8. Episode 8. Unbelievable. Into the woods.
No,
Into
the
forest. It says woods. It says woods. Just
That's
so you
my
know.
fault.
I just read what they tell me to say.
I was like, hey, I've seen that movie.
Into the woods. Okay, yes. Into the forest.
Starting strong today.
Right?
We're unhinged. We
I-
got to stay true to our name.
This is true. I do want to say, though, I was right because I thought it was going to be called In the Forest because they were going to parallel Jamie and William in the forest in season 4. And they did. I was so excited because I'm usually always wrong.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
I don't
So-
think I saw the video. It's crazy how much we don't see of each other's content sometimes.
I know. I post a lot. So as a whole, how did everybody feel about the episode?
I overall, I was happy. I know that there's changes, but as you have said, Doreen, as long as they make sense, it's good. So, what about you, Katie?
I was very upset about a couple things, and I'm sure you know which things. But overall, like you said, it was, I enjoyed it. It was a lot, anything's better than last week, so. But I loved it. Overall, I loved it.
Okay, so I enjoyed the episode. It was better than last week. It felt like Outlander, but similar to you, there's several things that I was very unhappy about, and I'm sure the first one that we're about to touch on, which is Jamie and Marcelly standing by Fergus's grave,
Yes.
is probably what we're all upset about. Because yes, we're glad that Fergus at least got a little more. Why wasn't Claire even there mourning? Okay. Where was
Right.
Claire this whole episode?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Weird. But I hate that they have her, that she's going to go claim this money to rebuild the print shop or something. And I love the thought of them keeping the print shop, but I hate the fact of her going against what Fergus just said he didn't want to do.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Although her pregnancy announcement was better than Brianna's.
Right.
True. Half of the people didn't miss it, at least.
No. I did. My God, that was a wreck. I just, again, it just felt inserted, like, okay, here we're going to mourn. And I know we complained about it not being in last week's episode, but it could have been done much smoother. And it just annoyed me. I mean, I love Lauren Lyle. I think she did an amazing job once again. Sam, I do feel like he was in the moment of it, but I think we have such harsh feelings about last week. I didn't have any desire to, like, get into that scene with them.
No, I didn't either. Like, I couldn't even feel the feelings because I'll be honest with you, I'm just going to reject that storyline that Fergus is dead because I'm not going to be able to rewatch if I don't. If I accept that he's dead in the show, I'm not going to be able to rewatch like season 2 on, like with him in it. I won't be able to and enjoy it.
I'll skip over it like I do. What is it? Wentworth Prison?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. They just don't exist for me.
I'm not going to ever watch that episode again. I can promise you that.
I can
Never.
tell you, even when that aired, I never watched it. I could anticipate what was coming, and I'm like, there is zero reason for me to watch this. I get the idea.
Let me just tell you, Katie, I told Jenny this the other day. This is so off topic, but it's so funny. I keep Outlander. I can't sleep without the TV on. So I put Outlander or Game of Thrones on because I know everything and I don't feel the need to pay attention so I can go to sleep.
Doreen sleeping to the Red Wedding.
You're not kidding, actually. One night, Chris woke up and he said, "What the fuck are you watching? It's 3 a.m.
The Battle of the Bastards. And Doreen's like, Knocked out cold.
Pretty much. I think he woke up because he heard, stuff going on, and he said, "What is on the TV?" But I was telling Jenny, I woke up, I wasn't feeling well, and I looked at the TV, and there was an episode of Outlander, and I said, "I have never seen this. What is happening?" I thought I was dreaming. I had no recollection of the episode at all. And I said, "That's a perfect example of me with the show. I just don't remember. I remember the books."
That's
so I'll
funny.
pretend that episode never happened, and
exactly.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, I literally thought, okay, this is perfect though, because I can skip that entire episode, skip to not the credits, the intro song on this episode, just skip that first part, and I'm golden.
And you're good.
Yeah. This is not going to be mentioned ever again. Fergus, who's that? We don't know him. He was our son. We mourned. We're done with that.
Right.
Claire
I
didn't
thought
mourn.
that as they were all, but I thought when they were all, I don't want to get too far ahead, but when they were gathered around the table, that's exactly what I thought is, oh, your son just died. But yes, what a joyous day because your other son is here. It's
Your blood
we
son.
replaced him. Like,
Yes.
I'm just,
I wrote something down about that too. Like, oh, out with the old, in with the new. Okay,
Yes.
we're over it. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, but again, they don't explain the time jumps that are happening in between. So that's how it appears. And I'm not saying you have to put, 4 months later, like SpongeBob, but like maybe give us a hint that there has been a time jump here so we don't assume that it's out with the
Bree's
old.
pregnant belly, I guess, was
that's the only way
That
I
was
knew.
wild.
And
Yep.
they showed, the clip of the flowers. We were supposed to assume,
Oh, yeah.
time was passing.
I don't even know that I caught that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was, but again, my point is it was the same feeling I had last week when it took away from Fergus's death just by having Fanny say granddad and he was fine.
Right.
So I didn't love that, but it is what it is. I guess at least we got a little more of them acknowledging Fergus, but where was Claire again, which is
I know
weird.
that really bothers me that we didn't get to see her mourn at all. Not that I don't want that storyline to happen anyway, but I'm just saying, like, he's not just Jamie's kid. He was their first kid, like both of theirs.
And that clip that I put up last week, which I never put up the clips, Doreen sent me. She's like, "I did this for you. Put it on your page." But like I didn't even realize in my voice, I was like, "That is their son." Like I was like mad.
Yeah.
And all of the comments were like, "This is so true. I cannot believe that."
Yeah.
So yeah, we're mad
And
still.
I have to say that, and I don't know if we touched on this last week. I can't remember. Short-term memory problems, mom brain. I see a lot of people that did like it, and they say, well, I thought it was beautiful because he died a hero, or he proved that he was a hero because he sacrificed himself for his children. He didn't need to do that to prove he was a hero, though. Like, he's lost his arm. He survived being raped by Blackjack Randall.
Correct.
He's overcome alcoholism. Like, not that he ever will. An alcoholic, it's a choice you make every single day. But I'm just like, he's a hero. Like, look, every part of him is a hero. We did not need to see him die and sacrifice himself to see that he was a hero. Like, I don't understand. It was just, and then somebody else said, well, the point was to get them back to the ridge. Okay, well, their house burnt down.
Yeah,
they need to go
and
home.
They were in danger.
Like,
so what do you mean? And Marcelly's leaving anyways.
Right.
So if the point was to get them back to the ridge, well, then Marcelly's not even staying there. She's going to go claim the money. So what do you mean? It was done for shock value, and I'm convinced that it was done simply as a big F you to book readers. People can say I'm being dramatic.
Nope, I think you're right.
They didn't like that we knew what was coming, and they wanted a shock value. And I get that, but really, that's not the way to do it.
Well, but the shock value could have been him living.
Correct.
That's the thing. Even I knew what was coming. I'm not there yet, but I knew what was coming, and I was like, yes! And I was like, oh my God.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, that's awesome. We didn't need that, too. Like, it's just...
Yeah, the people saying, "Oh, you guys just wanted a kid to die." No, I wanted no one to die.
Right,
that's mean. And I got a couple comments.
I love the change that they kept him alive.
Correct.
Me
Same.
too.
Loved it. But I agree with Diana. If they didn't want to do that, they shouldn't have killed anybody. Like, what was the point of that?
People commented on my Instagram, "Go tell that to a mother that's lost a baby. You know nothing about my life."
Right.
And I responded like, "Look, you have got to be kidding me. No one said that."
Yeah.
And it's actually cruel for you to imply that I said that. Like, people unhinged.
Nobody's saying that we wanted Henri Christian to die. We loved that.
Anyone.
He didn't. But
yeah, I loved it.
Fergus did not need to die. That was pointless.
My Lord.
No. Okay. So,
next.
in the spirit of keeping things negative, which we'll just get the two negatives out of the way and go into all the positives.
Sure.
Frank's book, the Deadeye dedication, and the Frank revelation.
Oh, I had one more.
Okay.
What is it?
Well, I guess we're going to get to that. But I do want to say that this was a big change. And at the end of the episode, Jenny and I are going to stay on and explain it.
Okay.
And it pissed me off because, in particular, I thought it was very odd to frame Frank's intentions that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard for me knowing that I spoke to Diana about this and confirmed that the book is, in fact, just a history book. And that he did not have any knowledge of Brianna going back. He did not, write the book for Brianna. That's not a spoiler. It will not change your journey. I promise you. Book at all. And it's interesting to me that they went that way and that it was so, again, for the show, it's fine. It's sweet, but it's just not in keeping with Frank's character in my mind.
I liked that they did it for Brianna, though. I will say that. Like, as a show watcher, I didn't mind that. It didn't make me upset. I understand where you guys are coming from, but I would have been upset if they would have done it for Claire, because he would never do that.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
He would never do that for Claire. I do like that he did it for Brianna, and that Jamie was like, I entrusted Brianna to him, and now he's entrusting Brianna to me. And I did like that. But yeah, if it was going to be Claire, no.
That is actually pretty accurate to, I think Frank did want, if, Bree to go to Jamie if she needed to. I don't want to,
right.
I do believe that, and I know that's to be true. And I guess they had to, it's not something I hate. I guess I shouldn't use hate. Well, that's a strong word. It was just a weird, out of nowhere thing for me.
And for them to imply that Frank is the one who almost got her to go to medical school, that was where I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, look, he was the one who, I don't know whether she said encouraged me or.
No, I think she just said that. I think she meant by spending those 20 years, because she's like, by him not telling me that Jamie lived, I was able to go to
and
medical
that to me
school.
Was like implying that it was Frank, like, pushing her along the way. That was annoying. Like, no, he didn't.
See, I thought it was implied. So interesting how I thought it was almost saying, if that was the case, Claire never would have the knowledge to be able to save Jamie in the battle that's coming.
But I agree. I did get that as well. But I think the way I heard the way they were explaining Frank, it was as if, well, thank you, Frank, for letting me go. Like, maybe you're the one who guided me that way. That's absolutely not true. Like, I think they were giving him way too much credit for the things that happened during those years.
And I think maybe it's wording, because she could have even just said the silver lining out of all of that, of him not telling me, is that I was able to go become a surgeon.
Yep.
So it's just, I think the wording that could have been done a little bit better, but
I think you're right.
But I did love how they tapped into Brianna just being such a badass, because she's such a, she really is.
Yeah.
And her making the gun and just, that was a really good moment.
And for all the people that say Roger hates Brianna, how many times did he say, my wife, my wife?
That's
my
right.
Wife, the genius, my
That's
wife.
right.
I'm like, take that.
He was so proud of her. He was so proud of her.
This was Roger's episode. Like, was like, yes, we're finally here. This is amazing. Yes.
As a whole, it just kind of felt, there's a couple things, because of course we always want to kind of find a few things to talk about, but it just felt like Outlander. It felt like last week was a fever dream.
Yeah.
That was a fanfic spinoff, and now we're back.
Yes. I agree.
We're back.
Yep.
We're back, and so's Ron Moore. Thank God.
I was like, finally, Roger's getting dialogue. Look at that. This is saying. Yeah.
I know.
All right, what was the other thing you didn't like, Katie?
I don't like that Fanny's now a time traveler. That's
I
so
know.
dumb. Why?
The up and down that I went with was like, we started out with the Fergus thing. I was like, and then we get the changes. A lot of them I was okay with because we're not at book 10 yet. So we do have to have like some sort of like closure with a lot of these characters in these 3 episodes. And then they ended it with like that. And I'm like, these 2 bookends, cut them out. And
I just don't understand the purpose. Like, why does she need to be? Is it so that they can tell her the truth? Like, I just don't know. I felt like like, why are they adding stuff in? I don't know.
So she's going to the past, I'm assuming, in your head.
How do they have time to add all this in here? That's what I'm saying. We have 2 episodes left.
Blood of my blood.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So it could be one of 2 things. The first thing is that, and I talked about this in my video, and we're going to get into William and Jamie. This episode was full of parallels from earlier seasons. I mean, to a T. William and Jamie fishing, and then William and Jamie hunting. William and Jamie with the embrace. I put the stills on my video. I
saw them. They were great.
And him watching Mandy with the horse. Oh,
yep.
Yeah,
that was a great one.
And so I was thinking, okay, Fanny, could have been done just as confirmation that she was able to hear the stone, and so that they could say, okay, there's really no doubt this is their granddaughter.
Right.
But I think it's more likely something is coming. If she finds out she's a time traveler, she's going to want to go back and see Jane again, because she said, I can't stand that I'll never see her again. And remember the clip of Fanny and Jane running to a woman with brown hair. We still have gotten who was that woman? Was it Faith? I don't know. Why didn't
are they gonna make it fucking Julia?
We know that they're not good with continuity, so get the hair color out of your head. The woman could have purple hair by the time we get back to Blood of My Blood too. So look, anything's possible. But obviously it would have to be a time that Fanny was not alive. So that leaves a window of Jane being like 5 years old and younger.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know if the show is going to tap into that lore, if they're going to follow those parameters of you can only exist in one timeline. We really don't know. We really don't.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's get back.
I was right there with you with that one too. I was unhappy with the very first scene and the very last scene like that.
I'm just like very frustrated. Exactly. Like, why? I don't know.
Yeah. I'll tell you why, and it has a name, but I won't say it because I'm not going to be a bully. But okay, let's go back, because I don't want to. I got to keep in order, or else I'm going to be all over the place. The Buck, Rob Cameron.
Oh,
that whole situation.
Yeah.
So
I interpreted it that I didn't love how he said, "Oh, my wife is better without me." Because what about your kids?
Right.
But I'm letting it go. Go because I don't want to complain about everything. So he was having a heart condition. Okay. He traveled to the 80s, and Rob Cameron, it appears, was going to travel.
So does that fall in line with what I said about the Montauk?
Do you want me to take me?
No.
I can take my head
off. They exist.
Yeah.
With the Montauk 5.
I think he might be one of them.
Oh, isn't there a Rob with them or no?
Yes, you're right. One of their names is Rob. And so
it's interesting.
Either that or he was cosplaying with the truck.
Oh, I was thinking of Bob Springer, the otter tooth.
Robert. Yeah.
Or Robert Springer, yeah.
Yeah. So how did you guys feel about that whole cleaning up of that storyline?
I mean, I didn't hate it, but I just felt it was very anticlimactic. Like,
right.
I don't know. Buck just came in and overpowered him and killed him. There wasn't really like a fight. It was just like,
right.
He just opened the door.
He was like, no. Yes.
Yeah. You know, Rob, maybe don't just open the door. I don't know.
Right.
Who is it?
But it was interesting. And look, I think all along he could have been a traveler. But could it have been Richardson's clothing just at his house as well?
Had to have been.
But he had a gemstone, didn't he?
He did.
And I want to know what was in the bag.
Roger's
book.
I know he took.
It was Roger's book, but I didn't know if there was something else in there because he took the whole entire thing. So I didn't know, like...
Maybe just to have it on his person to put stuff in to take back with him.
That could be, yeah.
I didn't mind it. I mean, I'm happy to have Buck.
Yeah.
I don't love the thought that he would just be cool with abandoning his children because he wasn't good for his wife.
Especially like how much he cares for children. Like, you know, Bree and Roger's children. And like he's like Santa Claus to the kids, right? Like they love him and he loves them. And I just don't think that he would be okay with never seeing his kids again.
I mean, here's the interesting thing though. When you think about that time period, that happened more often than we think.
True.
Because there is no way to find people. You're in the wind. Today, all I got to do is Google you and you're on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
So it is something that's common. I guess my one question is, was the other guy still single? I don't remember or not. That he would have taken on the family. Like, that's a big assumption for somebody to want to come in and take care of you and your 5 kids or however many there are. But what is the end game with Buck? Yeah. Does he live it out on the ridge? Does he go back to his time? Maybe somebody has a heart to heart and says, look, you got to return to your wife and do the right thing. And it's weird to me.
In history, his death is recorded when he went through the stones. So they were, I don't want to give it to showrunners, but they were they had a decision to make. Do we just... And we probably wouldn't have been happy either way, I'm going to be honest, because if they just never addressed it and left him in the past, we'd all be pissed.
Right.
So then they had to bring him back in a way that made sense. And he can't go to his family because then his death wouldn't be recorded. There would be record of him.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So they had very limited options. And I think they've done the best they could with the storyline
with the
to kind of try to appease to everyone.
Yeah.
So that's
why
why
I
I'm just kind of...
I don't want to see him die, though.
I know,
either. But I do love that they brought him back also.
Yes.
Like, I think that was a very smart choice. And I do love what they're doing. We have some questions, but I don't mind that, honestly. I did think or wonder if I saw some foreshadowing with that conversation with him and Roger, when Roger was like, thank you for protecting us, or like always looking out for us. I can't remember the exact wording, but basically that Buck was always the one that was there to protect them. And I'm like, oh no,
please no. I can't take
I'm
anymore.
starting to think that all of them are going to fight, even John, because we still haven't seen. There was 2 things in the trailer where someone said, hello, Mrs. Fraser.
Yes.
And where Claire said, could it be, is it possible? Okay.
Oh, that was that. She said that last week.
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty
about
sure.
Faith. She said it about Faith.
Shit.
Like when they were reading the pamphlet and everything, I think, or Ian's letter or something. I'm pretty sure she said, is it possible?
Well, shit, I missed that as a whole.
Well, we all kind of spaced out. I was going to say we all spaced out last episode, but I'm pretty sure she said it.
Okay,
so I was like, oh, that's what that was.
I'm convinced that next week, and again, I'm not giving book spoilers because I got no clue.
Yeah.
And by the way, in the books, Katie, no resolution on John.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yes.
That's the cliffhanger.
Yeah. So
and
everybody was
look
like
at Katie's
pissed
face.
off that that's what it is. So do we tell her how it plays out? Because it's not.
I don't care. Like, if it's the same, probably, right? Like,
it's
about
the same. It's moved around. William arrives at the big house and says, "Sir, I need your help."
Well, that's what I
the
thought
ending.
he was going to be there for.
Yes,
And
honestly,
that's the end of the book.
That's the last. That's the last sentence, and you're
oh
like,
my god.
So
I
again,
I did think that was what, because you guys said, I didn't catch that in the last week's episode, that William was going to the ridge, and I was like, okay, well, I know something happens to Lord John,
right?
So he must be going to ask Jamie. For his
all
help.
did
That's
too,
what
though.
I thought. Yeah,
there was whatever's going to happen to him. A perfect opportunity has already passed. but we do obviously see it here. But it's all discombobulated in the show. But
I think they're going to go rescue him next week. That's going to be the don't go, don't go, don't go. And I think Lord John's going to come back and he's going to say, hello, Mrs. Fraser. And I'm convinced.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
And
I
I
like
said
that.
it was Lord John from the start. I thought it was his voice or I thought it was Richardson.
Richardson was my other one, or Cunningham, and I kept getting those freaking names confused.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Cleveland. All of them are jumbled in my head.
I did that on the live. I did a live the other day, and somebody's like, "I think it's Cunningham," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's who I thought it was from the beginning." And I'm like, "No, you idiot!
No,
you
it's
didn't
not.
know who that was." I said it's Richardson. I thought it was Richardson.
But yeah, I do. Look, I do like the idea. Just give us a happy ending and put a cardboard cutout of Fergus behind everybody.
Oh my God.
Then I'll be good.
So the William and Jamie of it all.
Oh my gosh.
And I will say, I
cried.
was so pleasantly,
I did too.
pleasantly pleased that they used book 10 excerpts.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yay.
Because it
See, I haven't been reading the book 10 excerpts, so I didn't know.
God.
Yeah. Is it excerpts or excerpts?
Excerpts.
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 Right?
Say it again and it won't be a word.
Things-
Excerpts.
Well, it's also things are so people don't realize that I have Invisalign, and it gives you a little lisp sometimes.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
very difficult.
She's usually on the phone like, hold on, I got to take this out. And you hear like construction work going on. She's like, hold on.
And then my voice is perfectly clear, not an issue. I should just take them out when I record, but then I'll just have to wear them longer. And this is my third time. So.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so tell me about your thoughts. Mine are all in that video. You guys know how I feel about the parallels. I loved the William
I didn't watch
and
your
Jamie.
video yet, but I will.
I loved all the William and Jamie stuff.
I
loved
did
all of
too.
it.
People give William a lot of the comments about William, because I made those 2 videos about him with the ransom theory and something else. And they're like, William's whiny, William's a brat. And I'm like, William's life has been flipped upside down. We have got to give this poor boy a little bit of grace here. When you are that age and you've realized that your stepfather, you're walking in, again, didn't happen in the books, and you see him making out with Percy. That poor kid is lucky he didn't like jump out a window. At that time, that was a really big deal. And you're punished by death. And I think this was his redeeming episode. I loved everything. I was crying on the couch.
Oh, yeah.
It was incredibly moving. And I think we all just wanted that. I'm going to start to cry. Him hugging Jamie.
Yes.
Oh.
I sobbed.
Sobbing. Like,
Yes.
I'm not kidding. I'm getting choked up talking about it.
Yeah.
That moment, because they did the flashback to Jamie leaving.
I know.
And
I
Sam's
can't.
acting in that episode as well when he left Hellwater. The grief on his face was palpable. And just him explain again, I got tears in my eyes. I was so happy. And again,
Yes.
it's different how it's going to play out in the books. But these are the changes that we're talking about that make sense. We have to have a conclusion to their
And I loved it.
relationship.
No
It was
complaints.
and then they were in church together, and then they were standing next to
my
each other like
gosh.
bookends, and I'm like,
Yeah, I was-
Yeah, it was such a
sobbing.
beautiful scene, like
Yes.
all of it. And I loved that he was mad, and I don't know if that happens in the books,
Yes.
but like I love that he was angry and he was upset and he stormed off, because that fits with his character.
Yes.
And then Claire came and she was like, listen, you need to go talk to him, basically, right?
Oh,
and
then
I
he
love
was
that she was the
remembering-
voice of reason, right?
Oh,
Like,
sorry.
what did you say? I didn't even hear.
And then he was remembering when
Oh,
he
I
said,
know,
"Will that be the
yes.
last time?" And they had the flashback of that's what
I
took
was,
me out.
I'm not kidding.
amazing.
I was a mess.
Blubbering
a
mess. Yep.
Yeah,
But it was so good. So well done,
Well
writers, showrunners on that. Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
0 notes. Amazing.
that's
I'm
what
going
we
through
want.
my head.
We want more
Right.
of that.
Yes.
Right.
That's Outlander, because I said this, and it was the weaving of the story and being told through the characters and their love for each other is what makes Outlander Outlander.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't throw stuff at us for shock value. These are intricate,
Right.
intertwined stories.
Yes.
Showing the parallels of that when Lord John had the measles, was it measles or pox? What did he have? Measles?
the measles. Mhm.
Thank you. and they had to go out into the forest and camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I saw the still of William in the forest. I said, oh my gosh, they're going to parallel that episode, because I remember in season 4 when I was watching that, my heart was breaking for Jamie.
Yes.
And when he said I think that episode was called Blood of My Blood, if I'm correct. Okay, there you go.
Yes.
I knew Katie would know. Because he said, that is my son. He is of my blood. And when William brought that up, and he said, at the time, I thought you were just trying to protect me. That's when I lost it.
Yes.
Because for Jamie to finally be able to stand there and acknowledge that you're my son,
mm-hmm.
and I love you.
Oh my gosh. And him,
again.
like, William saying, I loved you.
Right.
Yeah. And then Jamie saying, I loved you too. And I'm just like, stop it. I can't. Like, and then he hugs him and
then
he's
he
sobbing.
just sobs.
And,
I'm like, oh, no.
No.
We can't say enough about that. If you're listening, we loved this part.
Yes.
Like,
that's what we want. That's what we want. Like, if, oh God, but it was so beautiful. And I'm so glad. That's one of the things I think most of us wanted to see, was them make up or have some sort of like reconciliation. And now we need it with Jamie and Lord John and Lord John and William. And we need to just have them all be
happily ever after.
Live on the ridge.
And I know that of course he went there for Jamie because he wanted to make that peace, but he also wanted to go there for Brianna. And he said, is Brianna here? And he was confessing to her, and seeing them as siblings.
Oh,
I don't know. It really was touching.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's like the voice of reason for him.
Yeah, she is. She's, the ultimate big sister. And I loved the moment where he said, oh yeah, in this house you have to catch your dinner.
Yes.
And Bree and Roger are like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
House
Big
rules.
rule.
And William's like, thank you. They're like, you're welcome. In unison. That was really good.
But that's what Bree told him, like, get to know him, spend time with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you will see. That's how I fell in love with him, is just by getting to know him. And I think it's hard not to. Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to.
Previous episode where she related to him, like, look, he didn't raise me either. We are in the same boat here, and look where I am with my relationship with him. And I thought it was interesting because, as Doreen said, the excerpts for book 10 were there, and the nod to when they're with the guns and they're pulling them off the back of the truck, and they're like, well, how did you learn how to do this? And she's like, my father. So this, not a spoiler, but this is what's in the excerpt. She goes, my father. And then she stops.
Yeah,
she realizes in that moment, but you can see that it's described in the excerpt that Jamie gets like a gut check, like she can see it on his face, and they did a good job of that as well, because it's got to be confusing, like, to be able to talk to people, and William has no idea what to call Lord John, no idea what to call Jamie, and it's but. It was such...
Well, and William did the same thing when they were fishing. He said, ask my father. And then he was like...
Now what do I say?
Well, don't ask yourself. I don't know.
But yeah, I did love that moment. And I loved Roger being the icebreaker whenever they were questioning where she got her, her ability to shoot. And he's like, well, it could be
nature versus nurture.
It could be like, nature versus nurture. Yeah. So I love that little humor, that little bit of humor that he has, that he just...
Yeah, it was well done. And the thing, this kind of, I think this episode was kind of, you know how sometimes you just relate to things on more of a personal level?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys know this, my biological dad died when I was 3. And and I was raised by my stepdad, love him. There's something that comes from not knowing who you come from and not knowing who they are, and how it's kind of this void in you that you desperately want to know this person. Am I like them? What were they like?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm lucky I have my dad's family. They filled that in, and my mom. But I really loved that William is on this journey of self-discovery and trying to figure out who he is and where he fits. And I love that they gave us this, that he could see Jamie is a good man. Jamie loved him. Jamie sacrificed raising him for William's own good, not for himself. And I really related to that because it fulfilled something in William, and it was something I could feel. And it just really was very powerful. It really was. I really loved it.
It was so well done.
It was really well, like Jamie did a good job of explaining why he left, because William didn't understand, like, well, why did you leave me? And he's like, I had nothing to give you, and I didn't want you to, like, he would have had to live like a life on the run, like, you know, and he didn't want that. And so, like you said, William realizing that was a really beautiful moment and just kind of accepting.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
what would have happened? They would have realized it was Jamie's son. They would probably never let Jamie take him with him anyway.
Right.
No,
but he would
never.
have been treated differently through the family.
Yes.
And so neither outcome was a win.
Well, and I think, I'm pretty sure both the Dunsaneys knew.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
But, you know, I think they cared more about the name and the, you know,
what came
the fact
with it.
that nobody else knew.
And that took them out of not poverty, but they were on the brink of financial ruins. And
yes, they needed him to be the Earl. Yeah.
So that's so sad.
I know.
Well, so it was interesting too that when he went out there to ask Jamie to, you know, we saw Jamie training with the men for King's Mountain, and I guess that was kind of supposed to be time passing as well,
right?
And then it was interesting that Mr. Cloudtree. Oh wait, hold on, Whitaker in the show. It's hard to keep it all straight. I'm telling you.
I know
that they came to fight with him.
Yep.
Yes, I loved that.
That was really interesting because now Jamie's got his own little militia going.
He does. I loved getting to watch him like train the men, and I just love seeing Jamie take that charge. And he's such a good leader. He's a natural born leader, and I love watching him work. But yeah, I love the moment when he's like, "No, we're here to join you." Like,
yeah.
It's interesting because in the preview for next week we see Cleveland coming back.
Oh,
yes.
I hate that guy.
I knew it. I knew that's what he was going to come back for. He's like, I'm
Yep.
calling in my debt, right?
Yep.
Like, you owe me.
Yep.
I wonder if that will be the cliffhanger at the end of the episode leading into the finale, because Pharaoh's has to be them
saving,
you know, the lighthouse, saving in a storm. They have to be saving Lord John.
Yeah.
Did you watch the clips for next week?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah, it shows Jamie and William rescuing him, which I already knew that because it showed it in the trailer.
Also, this is my Twilight just loving heart taking over, but the scene of Jamie coming up out of the water just reminded me of Riley and Eclipse when the newborn army was coming for the Cullens, and they were just coming out of the water and rising.
Here we are.
Well, they're coming for Lord John. He's a member of the Volturi, remember?
That's right.
That's what I'm saying, because someone told us. That's the funniest thing.
He really
dying.
is. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so glad I got this in because I thought to myself this morning, don't forget to say that in the podcast, and I almost forgot.
Oh my
That's
God.
hilarious.
What about Jenny or Katie? You guys take this one about Roger and Fanny.
All right. I really enjoyed this because again, with the whole Catholicism thing, I think that's what a lot of people bring to the table when they have issues with organized religions. You're telling me these are the rules, so I'm just abiding by them. And I'm not coming to your place of worship. And I was like, Fanny, you're so smart. Like, this is what's going through this poor girl's head. And Roger's character, phenomenal back and forth with her. I loved this part. I mean, this is what we mean. Like, this was without the beginning and the end. The rest of it was chock full of really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get how he said that his job was to bring people to God?
I did. It's in my notes. It's in my notes. I did. Yep.
What have I been saying since book 2?
Yep.
Not 1, 2. That Roger's job and his role in the story is to bring everyone to God so that they can get this space between, which is heaven.
I'm going to find it. I wrote it in here.
Very proud. Listen,
yes.
I'm not humble today. Just own it. I'm owning it.
Quite a time.
Hashtag Doreen was right.
That's right.
I started that, by the way. She did not. I started it.
Yeah, right.
Haters, don't do that.
I can't find it, but I did. I wrote that down explicitly. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing.
I didn't catch that. I love it.
I actually did think when he was talking about his ceremony, I thought that was going to be in the final episode as well. Like maybe that would have been a closing scene of him shepherding everyone.
Yeah, that
but
was
it didn't.
beautiful.
It was there, but I really did enjoy like the interaction between Fanny and him explaining, and it really relieved a lot of stress for that poor girl. And she's doing such a great job. This little actress,
like
she's
actress.
amazing.
She's amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah, I was just happy to see Roger speak at this point. Like there's so much, and I can't wait for you to get to that part of the book because it really was. It was good. What did you think?
And to hear Roger sing.
I have that in there. Did you say sing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they can't force him to talk with a garbly voice for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Is that why we really don't address it?
I don't know. But they didn't do it with Fanny either. But I don't know. It was just really beautiful all around.
It was.
I loved that. And I thought it was necessary because Fanny is grieving the way everybody should be grieving.
Yes.
She's still grieving Jane.
Yes,
that's
sister.
normal. As someone who has lost a sister,
right,
you grieve that way.
Yep.
So that's my whole thing. What I'm saying about Fergus, nobody talked about him. Okay, all that time passed. They're sitting at the table when they're giving speeches. Why not say something? I don't know.
This is the best day ever.
They're so happy.
Son is home. Woo!
Right. Out with the old and with the
And with the
new.
new.
We're good. Yeah. I agree.
Oh my God.
All right, here's what it was. I actually stopped the TV so I could write down what he said. Leading the people into God's hands. That's exactly it. So, yep. Like I said, I was like, we're here.
We're here.
I love it.
It's not some huge discovery. It's pretty obvious when you read the book. So I'm not giving myself, I'm not giving myself too much credit. Trust me. I'm sure 900,000 other people have thought the exact same thing.
That's okay. But look, that's where we got it from. So we're happy for you to have caught it.
To be right or to have clues that you're
right.
track.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought that was a very beautiful scene. I loved getting to hear Roger sing again because we haven't in so long. And I think you guys covered everything. It was just, it was a beautiful moment. It was. And having her, believe or kind of getting her to have that faith. What did you think of?
I just had a thought. Katie saw my face.
I did.
When Fanny said, "This is why I love plants."
Yes. What is it though? I remember the
just
moment.
Thinking about how Master Raymond in the Outlander Companions, this isn't a spoiler. It is a spoiler, Katie, but it's literally not a spoiler.
It's fine.
It says that, and we know they use the Outlander Companions quite a bit for writing.
Right.
It says that Claire uses her affinity for plants and medicine for healing, and Galus uses her affinity for plants and potions for bad.
Right.
And I just started thinking, why are they making Fanny a time traveler? Why does she have the same reddish kind of hair as Galus? How are Galus and Claire related? I don't know. We don't know when Galus is actually born.
Oh, do you think that's
are they gonna
the blue light from the room?
I don't know, because we saw Jane had the blue light when she was looking at the sky. They're gonna connect them all somehow with the plant. I'm not saying she's Galus. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying
no. Could it be an offspring?
The affinity of plants, like maybe we don't know where Galus's child is.
Right.
The second child, not Buck, but the second one, the girl.
Right.
Oh, she had another baby.
Oh shit.
It's fine.
Did you read
bad.
this?
I suck so
I
bad.
swear. It's fine. I swear.
I thought you read
Was
the
that
space
space between? Yeah.
Was it in the space between?
Didn't you read
That's
it?
the hard thing. There's
See, I don't know.
You started it, yeah.
Wait,
No, I read the whole thing. I just don't remember that.
Okay, so then,
Okay.
oh, thank God. Okay, so remember when the calm is, we are We are a mess. So
unhinged.
Remember when the comp is going to the brothel and he sees the woman with the blue light and he's trying to impregnate her because he wants to create anchors for himself all through time.
Yes.
And he thinks back to his time in Paris and Melisandre, who taught him everything about time travel and wondering about their child. Who was going by Melisandre in Paris after Dougal brought them to Paris?
I didn't even catch that. That's why I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah. So thinking, who is that? Because he was like, "You bitch," and I was like, what? "Who is this?"
I've always thought that child is Captain Richardson.
Oh,
the timeline works perfectly.
I love that.
But what if somehow it's? I don't know. I have been leaning heavily into freaking Julia and Henry's son is going to be the Comte Saint-Germain, and somehow he's going to be fucking Fanny and Jane's father or grandfather, or I don't know.
God.
I just think they're going to do something crazy that makes no sense to connect these two shows. They have to do something that gets everybody wanting to turn into Blood of My Blood.
I wonder what the it's called a Punnett square when it comes to like how each child becomes a time traveler with two parents and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, the T. Like, it's in the book. It's in the companion.
It's the Punnett square. So what if you put like hair color into that? That's what I'm thinking. Like a parent with black hair and a parent with red hair. What are the odds of it being blonde? But then you take Galis, red hair. Actually, she has blonde hair too in the books.
Yeah, but so, I mean, I guess I just got us on a whole tangent. I'm sorry. All I was trying to say
this is
what
people want.
You just taught me something I already read. So
all I was trying to say is that, well, that's the thing about Diana. Everything she does there's a huge 10-paragraph descriptive nature of Jamie looking at the clouds, but somewhere in there is something very deep, and that's why you can't peruse through
these
casually.
Books. Nope.
But all I really was trying to say is I don't know what the connection is. I'm not trying to in any means say she's Galis. I'm saying for some reason this episode was very heavy on trying to show us how Fanny is similar to Galis and Claire with the flowers and the plants, and then with the stone. And why was it so loud to her that the stone broke? Is it insinuating that she's stronger than even Jemmy?
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's the same thing that happened to Jemmy. It cracked in his hand. So,
and is it because both of his parents are time travelers?
Yeah. I mean,
so would both of her parents have been time travelers?
That's what I'm saying. So who's her father?
Because that's immediately what I thought of was Jemmy when the stone cracked.
Yeah. Because again, it's the parallels this episode are crazy. So it starts.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying. So it could be both her. It would lead you to both her parents would have to be time travelers.
Yeah,
and
that leaves Jamie out. Or not Jamie. Faith and whoever the father is.
What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Well, we don't know.
Pocock.
Pocock.
Right.
But but we don't know who he is. That's what I'm saying is. Or, so we know, okay, one of her grandparents is a traveler. So we would assume Faith would be, which don't even want to talk about that. And again, it's no resolution of that. I guess that was our resolution, Master Raymond singing the song. But anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm just saying it felt that they were trying to show us she had the affinity. So maybe it was them just trying to say she really is Claire's granddaughter. She has the affinity for plants. She wants to, work with the plants.
Well, it's similar to when Roger had the Nevis on his head, and that was kind of proof that because it's genetic, Jemmy had one. So maybe you're right. Maybe it is just the connection.
It's still stupid.
Or their son is, I don't know.
Still dumb and totally unnecessary.
Moving on. Katie, you take over on the Lord John stuff because I'm gonna let you ride with it.
I was so happy to see him again. I mean, I knew this was coming, right? I Obviously, I think something happens in the books too, because you guys knew something was coming. But
Mm-hmm.
and I knew it was freaking Richardson.
You were right, baby.
I knew it.
Pat yourself on the
Told
back.
you.
This is the day of being right.
It is. So I was right that Percy and him were working together. I just can't figure out what Percy is getting out of this, because he looked almost like sorry whenever Richardson knocked out Lord John.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out what's Percy getting out of this deal with Richardson, or I don't think I've figured that out yet. But yeah, I knew something like this was coming. My poor man's. I do also have to say that, again, them making Lord John make out with Percy in the last episode out in the open was so unlike his character, because then William goes and tells Jamie that he found out, and he said, well, he's not very discreet either. I'm like, he's the most discreet person in the show.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? So no.
And it
just
say,
pissed me off.
Jamie really took up for Lord John and said
he did.
One of the best men, and I loved that too.
I did too.
That was good.
So, Katie, what do you think Richardson's motivations are?
So I think he said it last season. That's what I think he's trying to get to Hal. Is what that's my guess.
For what though?
Because he is okay, so he is he's fighting for America, right? And Hal is wanting reconciliation, and he's being very vocal and loud about it, and blah blah blah. And Hal's important. He's a duke. And so I love how you guys are just both like this.
Keep going.
Keep going.
So, he wants to maybe use Lord John to shut Hal up, and I don't know, but just get him to stop making those statements, and maybe he's going to force him to side with America. I don't know. Is he going to bring Ben into it? I don't know. That's what I'm just like, does he know? I don't know. It's a spider's web, I feel like.
We know, but we don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But you do. The I knows, the you knows. It's getting crazy. I know that you know that she knows that we know, but do you know that we know?
They don't know that we know they know we know.
But they know that we know
That's
that
a Friends
we know
reference.
that they know. Yes, it is. But maybe they know. Maybe wait a minute. But he doesn't know that I know that they don't know. Okay, everybody. Ross and Rachel are together.
We were on a break.
Monica and Chandler are together. Sorry, that was with Monica and Chandler. But you know that Richardson's a time traveler, right?
Yes.
And that he was working with Rob Cameron in the future.
Well, and Rob wanted the gold.
And was part of the Scottish Nationalists.
So did they want that to fund?
Who else was Who else was part of the Scottish Nationalists in Outlander?
Galis?
Interesting.
Oh, you just said you think he's her son. I'm with you.
You got me.
I see how you connected those dots. That is a really good theory.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably so wrong, but
knowing Diana, who knows? Because everybody's related somehow. They're all connected somehow. But
can you imagine if this show ends and it was all Claire's dream?
Stop it. I'm not kidding.
I will be so pissed.
In the 80s, where are my Gen X women? There was a show called Dallas, and it was the main character, JR, was shot, and the big thing was who shot JR, and we knew that it was Bobby or something like that, or Bobby woke up from a dream, and people were so mad because it was the
Dallas
dumbest...
a time travel show?
No, it's not, but they made it into a dream. I'm remembering Bobby in the shower, right? And then there was a show called Newhart, and that happened as well. So Newhart had a show in the guy who was in it had a show in the 50s with some other woman. I can't remember her name. He went on to do another show with another woman. At the end of the series, he woke up and his original wife was in bed with him, and it was all a dream. Stop with the dream sequence.
The coma in the Walking Dead comic books. Oh my gosh.
God.
I will write a strongly worded letter.
Here is my email.
To Matthew B. Roberts.
I'm surprised you don't already have one drafted.
I know,
that's
right? Like I was really close this last episode. I'm just like, no. If that happens,
I would have said something on his Instagram, but
Oh yeah.
I do feel bad because poor Meryl, she was getting the brunt of it on Instagram. That's the thing. I have my opinions, but I don't go attack these people.
You can't.
They're people.
And it's a fictional freaking show. Like it's about a lady that travels through a rock. Like it's not that deep. You don't need to attack the showrunners. Can you disagree with their thoughts and ideas?
And people did,
100%. But you can be respectful about it.
Right.
And I went on Stars because they posted their first post after the episode and people were just tearing them apart. And so I actually commented on there and I said, you guys, Stars just airs the show. Like, they don't write it. They have nothing to do with it. And behind the scenes are social media people who are actually incredible people. And they have nothing to do with writing the show. So make sure your anger is directed at the right person, because it's
good for you.
I feel so bad for them having to deal with this. It's
and
just,
who's ever the poor girls in the freaking background just answering, "Hey, it's us. Hope you like the show." They're like 22, just out of college, doing social media, and now they're
probably
like, "Nope,
have never watched Outlander in their life." Just, what do you mean?
They're like, "We're good.
We're just minding our business."
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all. It's fine to vocalize and give your thoughts, but there's a respectful way to do it without, bullying and being mean to the showrunners, because it's not that deep. I mean, I'm very upset at the choices they made, but I don't wish them ill. I think they're very smart people. It's just a difference of opinion, and it's but yeah.
Did I miss anything? Was there anything else in this episode? I did feel that Claire was not there.
Where has she been?
And it's odd because they purposely misled us. They said anything that doesn't have to do with Jamie and Claire will not make it, but nothing has been about Jamie and Claire. It's weird.
What did I have? I have stuff written here for her. They were talking about, again, how she's going to have like the clinical skills.
I know.
Did you catch that? I'm trying to find it in my notes here.
Good old Frank.
So
let her go to med school.
So in the books, I don't want to know exactly what happens, but is whatever happens to Jamie, that happens in the book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know how that all plays out, or is that also left open-ended?
Yeah, we have an ending to that.
Okay.
But yeah,
and it's something that is one of the most
bizarre,
but important parts. I'd argue it's the most important scene in all of the books.
Yeah. There's a lot to it. Like, even more so than when you're reading on the page, there's big stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
There's one thing, and this is a spoiler, not a spoiler at all. I said to Jenny, yeah, and and right before all this happens, Jamie gets bit by the snake, and she said, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes,
that.
"Because it's so chaotic."
Oh my God.
And Jenny said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, go back and read it." She goes, "I read this book twice. I never saw it."
And where did we hear that? It's in the rereads where things are important. Someone very specific told us that.
Poor Jamie and these snake bites. Oh my God.
Snake bites.
Snakes are snaking.
It's more. Let me see. I just have here that it's. I think it's just going to be a very clinical death with her. I don't know that we might see blue light. We might see something like that. I don't
understand the point of them introducing the blue light if they're not going to use it for Jamie.
Yeah, they have to use it,
right?
Unless they introduced it for bringing back Faith,
right?
This is not to be back on the negative train, but I don't love how things are just never talked about again. Claire killed someone, never talked about it again. We haven't heard about the blue light again. Really, I guess we got closure on Faith, but all those open-ended plot holes, we're just ignoring them.
Yeah.
Mother Hildegard, just okay. Louise, I don't know.
And I guess that's the big complaint. It's just we haven't seen anything build up to all of a sudden her having the blue light.
Yeah.
Where
Well, it just doesn't make sense. Like it literally makes zero sense how that would have worked out. Like, okay, they left, but Jared still lived there.
Right.
Like she couldn't have gone and told Jared, and Jared got them word that their baby was alive. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
The very next episode, I made a video about this. After they go back to Lollybrook, the guy comes and brings them the mail. There's a letter from Louise. There's a letter from his cousin. There's books from DePasta.
Yes.
That's
when she gets all that stuff from Master Raymond.
In the book, she gets the stuff from Master Raymond, but in the show, they get a letter from his cousin, and that's when Jamie finds out they forged his name.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Continuity is not one of their strong suits at this point, and that's the frustrating thing.
You guys need a continuity editor, right? But I guess it doesn't matter.
Us
it's
three
over.
Are available. Yeah, it's over now, but
they would hate me. They would
No, but like these are the things that people nitpick. And I know that they're making a lot more shows and series that you can be kind of half paying attention to because they know people are on their phones a lot and they want you to be able to pick up the gist of it. I want to be able to dive in there. I want to see everything in the book played out on the show. And that's what we have been getting.
That's what you've said the whole entire time. Like, if you're going to adapt something from a book, keep it with the book.
Yeah.
Like, and we understand there's things that you can't do or you need to change. And, like, they had to make their own ending. But they have shown that they are capable of doing things like this, this last episode and several things this season. They're capable of doing that. And sticking with the characters and making things make sense. But then they throw in these things and it's like, this doesn't even feel like Outlander. Like it has, One
of the things I picked up watching it this week is you could see, and look, it's because of our TVs too, that they're so much more detailed. You could see the green screen behind everything. That was
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
I did.
Like the mountains and stuff like that.
Yes.
You're like, like it was just really weird.
I feel like you're imitating Jacob from The Way Home.
Oh, now you have to go sideways.
Stop. He was good this week. He didn't do it this week at all.
Have you watched it yet, Katie?
No, I need to start.
So he's going to show up on screen, and you're going to know exactly.
I'm going to picture that. I know.
He runs sideways. He turns.
Did you guys ever see? Somebody did an edit of Jonathan from Stranger Things running.
I have.
And he runs like that. He runs like this.
Like one arm goes back and he just runs side. Like, what are you doing? And they did call him out on it once. He's like, I don't know what I was doing. I have no idea. I was trying to do like a sense of urgency walk. Dude, it was bad.
I was cracking up because I had never really noticed it before. And then they like piled them all together of him running. It
was so bad.
You need to do that with the guy from The Way Home.
He's just going to go in one full circle. It's going to be terrible. Like booby chasing his tail. And that's what it is. Like, I don't want to be that person that's like, this is bad. This is bad. You can do better. Because I can't do better, but somebody should have corrected him.
But I'm always.
Don't you have people on set for that?
Right. Look at me. I'm sideways. I always sit sideways.
It probably is some sort of like natural thing, but that's why you go to like acting classes. So it's not
posture.
Right.
That's all I'm going to see when I watch the show.
I feel like when I'm trying to work on my posture, I'm sticking my non-existent chest out at everyone.
I swear to God. Yes, because it becomes more.
Well, I feel like when I do that, I'm like, I'm better than you. Look at my posture.
When I went to Ireland, I met up with this couple because I jumped on a bus and then I was on a bus with them and I'm like, let's get on a subway and let's go go kiss the Blarney Stone.
Yeah,
so you have to bend over backwards, and it was before TMI. I had a reduction, so it was before I did that, and I am laying backwards over the stone, and the guy who's holding me looks like my Uncle Tommy, and I'm like, this is bizarre. They're all from Ireland anyway, so I'm bending backwards. So you go downstairs and there's my boobs all over the TV. I'm not kidding. I have my Outlander sweatshirt on. Everybody knew who I was by the end of the boat. And there they are. And the guy and his wife that I'm with, they're like, well, that says a lot. I'm like, 3 months later, I had a reduction. I was like, thank you very much, but I'll share it with you guys on the side. But here we are. There's Jen's boobs. It was...
Were you able to reach it and kiss it? Because
I did.
It's a good gap.
I did. It's big.
I've never been, but I've seen it, and it's bigger than you think it would.
And it was Ireland. It was raining, and I'm sopping wet with a heavy sweatshirt. Do you think I'm prepared? I'm like, no. Let's just run through the raindrops. And it was Yeah. So reduction 3 months later.
Jenny and her story, she just pulls stuff out sometimes and she just drops her lore on me.
By the way.
And I just say, can you stop? Though I do it to her sometimes too. She says, what?
Yeah, yes, they're just random.
Well, you know.
And some of the stuff that has happened to us that are the same, you're like, that's not mathematically possible to be friends with somebody that this would happen to as well. But yeah, there's some strange stories out there.
Yeah, one day we were on the phone and I just said, yeah, so you know that one time I got robbed and they had me on the ground with the gun to my head, and she said,
it's like, what?
I said,
you did not tell me that.
I was years ago. She said, are you okay? I said, oh yeah. I'm just trying to tell you what I said to the guy, and I heard, you know.
You're like, okay.
I cover my trauma with just, yeah, it's good. It's
By
good.
the way, yep.
You're like, wait, can we circle back to the you being held at gunpoint on the ground? What?
And look, that's
well,
when
you know
you get
what's
through
the
trauma.
craziest part? They were not able to steal my car because I had this little BMW sports car at the time, and why I had a sports car trying to fit my kids in it. Don't even get me started. But you have to, with a BMW, you have to put the key at that point, the fob, you had to pop it in. Mm-hmm. You had to put your foot on the brake, and then you had to hit the button. It was a sequence. And I was on the ground screaming to the guy, put your foot on the brake. I was trying to help him steal my car so that he wouldn't kill me.
You. I understand that.
It's a true story. And when they were watching, the police came and they were watching back the surveillance. They're like, are you giving him instructions? And I said, yes.
I didn't want the other option. Thank you. You never know how you're going to react. And look, it was the right thing to do.
We got off topic. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trauma dump on everyone.
No,
okay.
I think people will enjoy
this.
Hey,
we're unhinged. I think that's why they listen to us.
Katie, got any trauma you want to dump? I don't know.
Oh, I've got more time. I've got more than we have time for. Yes.
I had said something to Shani once on a live. She was live, and I was just like typing nonsense into the camera. She's like, Jenny, stop it. I can't breathe. I'm like, Shani, this is the tip of the iceberg. It's good. Like random things. Yeah, I used to go on a tractor with a guy who murdered his wife. And she's like, yeah, he was the farmhand. It's all good. He was nice, you know? His name was Ernie.
Listen, my daughter worked with a serial killer, and he was walking her to her car. I told you guys that story.
I don't think I heard the story.
Oh, I don't want to share her story on the podcast, but I'll tell you separately. Yeah.
This is what we mean. Like, these are weird stories. Yeah. Gen X lived a different life.
Am I Gen X?
I think so.
I think I'm on the cusp.
It's not my story, but I think the craziest thing, like close to me, my husband was almost kidnapped when he was 5.
Oh my God.
At Kings Island. Yeah.
What is Kings Island?
Oh my God.
It's like a theme park in Indiana.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was 5 and he had on a Hawaiian shirt, and that was the only way they were able to find him because there was the person was getting ready to walk out of the park with him. And they saw his shirt.
I would wear a Hawaiian shirt for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna lie.
He has no memory of this. He has no memory of it.
He's got hula women on his dashboard. He's got the Hawaiian shirt. Like, oh my God. This is what I mean. This is a bizarre response to your husband getting kidnapped.
Oh no, we laugh about it now. We were like, they would have brought you right back because I know my kids. I'm like, they would have brought you back. It's fine.
We've had enough. Oh my God. And what year was that?
Oh God. Like
in the 80s?
Late 80s, yeah.
That was like high time for kidnapping children. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds like a weird statement, but that was like, when you think about like, what was his name? It's the guy that did the TV show about kidnappings.
Not America's Most Wanted.
You know what I mean? The guy with the black hair, his son was like the first one in Walmart, and it made a big deal. Yes. So that like kidnapping was huge in the 80s.
I can't remember the kid's name because he lived in my neighborhood, and he was the kid that got kidnapped. I didn't know him, but he got kidnapped, and it was all over that show. What was that guy's name? I need to call my mom and ask her now. It's going to drive me crazy.
I gotta Google it now.
Hey Siri, text those shows. Like I grew up on those shows, and now true crime is like popular, and I'm like, it was like I grew up on this stuff. Like, this is why I'm not afraid of it, because I'm just like, oh yeah, I listen to those for comfort, because I just
John Walsh?
Always watch
John Walsh.
Yes,
John Walsh. I didn't even get to finish Googling it. I'm very proud of myself.
So you know what's crazy is these documentaries and all of these resurgence of these cases is actually, and all the people watching them and sending in tips, is solving a lot of them.
Yes.
Which is
it's amazing. Okay,
and
we
think
got
about
so off track.
What kind of like information we have now, though? You're able to reach people all over the place versus you're hoping that a tip line gets in front of the right person back in the 80s. There was no internet, you know, so it is amazing. Yeah. But yes, we are way off topic.
Okay, so is there anything else that we want to talk about?
I guess maybe just what's coming next week. What was we see, I guess it was William, Claire, and Jamie. Those are the three people on the horses. Looks like they're riding away. Maybe that's them on their way to help Lord John.
Wait, you think Claire's going to go with them?
What's that?
You think Claire's going to go with them?
I do. There's a scene in one of the stills where it's Claire and Jamie walking into the house, Lord John's house, with the big palm trees.
Oh, okay. I'm here for that change.
We saw that when they were filming or something.
Yes.
And it makes sense for me that she would want to go because she would probably
Mother
be like,
Claire.
if he needs any medical attention, you know, I'll be there. I'm very curious to know who the people are that Jamie is killing when he sneaks up from the water and does his Riley thing.
I think he's trying to go up on Percy because we see him in the trailer wrestling with Percy.
Oh, I saw him punch Percy in that trailer, like before it even aired, and I was like,
I will say, I think that, and this is, again, it's not really a spoiler because you know this storyline. Lord John's on a boat. I think he's going to be on a boat.
Yeah.
And that Jamie's trying to get up to the boat to get to where he's held.
I see. Okay.
I don't know if that's the case. That's what I think.
So are they trying to take him to London? To get to, I
don't want to give you all the spoilers unless you want them. I can just...
I'll find out next week, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Brianna was talking... At first, I thought it was Buck. Then I thought it was William, but it's Jamie that she's talking to when she says, "You're not coming back, are you?" Something along those lines. I don't know what that means. Or...
We still have to have the scene where Brianna is standing out, and I don't know, maybe it already happened and too much has happened, I forgot. And Jamie's walking out with Frank's book to Brianna. Have we seen that yet?
I don't think so, but I don't remember the picture.
It's
I can't
in the trailer
recall.
every week.
He comes out and he's tapping his middle finger on the book, and she's on the porch looking out.
Yeah.
So maybe not. Maybe we haven't had it yet.
So maybe my guess is next week they're going to go rescue Lord John. He's going to come back to the Ridge. I don't know if we've seen
I'm
that
really
yet or
thinking
not.
hard. We may have seen it. Maybe after he read it.
I don't know.
It would have been like in the first couple episodes.
Convoluted for me, and everything was just so all over the place.
Convoluted.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's all I really kind of got from the trailer for next week.
And then Cleveland, which we've already talked about.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is fine, 'cause we're already over an hour and we still have to do the book spoilers.
Whoops. Okay.
Oopsie daisy. Oopsie
right.
daisy.
Well, this was fun.
Love you. We're going to...
Love you.
Jenny, stay on for about 10 minutes and let's just go through the changes and then...
You got it.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.
She's like, bye. Peace. I'm out. Okay. So...
All right.
One of the things that I wanted to talk about is it's interesting how they kind of merged Frank's letter and Frank's book.
Yes. You remember that way better than I do. So if you want to explain that.
Okay. So for everyone who's here, when Brianna finds Frank's, when in the books, when she does have Frank's book, but more importantly, when she's at Lollybrock, somehow, in some mysterious way, magically, a letter from Frank is in the hidden drawer at Lollybrock. Is in the drawer.
They tried to like, I guess, allude to that in a previous episode in season 7.
Well, no, they had it be Roger's letter.
Right. So,
but Roger's letter is mailed to her by Joe in the book.
Right. So I feel like that was another one of those moments where they just kind of combined storylines.
Should I read the letter?
Yeah.
It's kind of long.
But what's the gist of it? Okay,
Yeah,
you can read it. I don't care.
So, okay, I'm just going to say. So anyway, she finds this letter. And in the letter, Jamie starts telling her that if in the letter, and this is why I said they're combining the book, the letter is addressed to my dearest Deadeye.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I said this when we were recording, you guys, Frank's book is a history book. He doesn't even know if it's Jamie that died. He doesn't ever know that Brianna went back.
It goes back. That's the big one for me. He never knew. So, and that's on good authority, by the way.
Yeah. So it starts, dearest Deadeye. Yes, Diana told us that. You just left me after our wonderful afternoon among the clay pigeons. They were shooting. Ears are ringing. Whenever you shoot, I'm torn between immense pride and the ability, envy of it, and fear that you may need it someday. He goes on to tell her that, I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. He's telling her about MI6 and the funny buggers, and that if they found out who she was and what she was, that they're the last people to go to.
Right.
And that he has had some dealings with people who believe in other mystical things and that they are the real danger to her. And he includes the Fraser prophecy, which is told by the Brand-Seer. The show watchers know it as 200-year-old baby, but we know it as the prophecy that the last of the Lovett line will rise and be a new ruler of Scotland. And they believe nobody at that point knows that William is Jamie's son. And they have Brianna. And the show kind of tied it all together with the gold and all of that stuff, the Jacobite gold. So he tells Brianna in the letter that he's going to try to neutralize the threat. But if he's unable to, and if she's reading the letter, he's gone. She's to go to the Reverend, who's the only other person who knows everything that he knows. And then, he talks about, he didn't believe that Claire could time travel, but he found record of her, and she did. He found record of Jamie. He tells her, you're not my real daughter. This is him, and you're in danger. You should go back to him so that he can protect you.
Right.
I'm being very vague. It's a 3-page thing.
Yeah.
I would have read it to everybody, but we don't have that kind of time. So it's interesting because a couple things. That's when I first started thinking Frank's death wasn't an accident. The Reverend's death wasn't an accident. They knew too much. And
poor Reverend.
I know. Poor guy. Why did they leave the letter out?
Right.
That's why do you think that, genuinely?
I don't know. Honest to God. I don't know. Obviously, they're not going to be able to lean into all of this conspiracy behind.
Sure. But
so do you just omit it completely? Does it really have anything to, not that it doesn't have anything to do, but it as a whole with the show, do you think it would have made sense to put that in there now?
I do think it would have made sense at some level to put the letter in instead of all season them speculating why Frank wrote the book and coming to this conclusion, because the letter lets you know, hey, I knew that he traveled. And there's still obviously speculation, because why did I ask Diana? Is it a history book or did he know? And she said, no, it's just a history book.
History book.
And yes, he knew Claire went back, but he did not know Brianna did.
Brianna went back.
He wasn't looking for Jamie in history. He was looking for Claire. And then she said, listen, you know how many James Frasers fought on King's Mountain? He never mentions Fraser's Ridge. He never mentions Brocktora. So it's obviously something that's going to come back around. But
I mean, here's a question. I mean, is it possible maybe that's what Jamie's walking out to the porch to Brianna for? Is it still stuck somewhere in the book? Who the frig knows?
Maybe. I think he's probably going to tell her about the dedication, which she should know because she read it.
No, I don't. In the show, I don't think she's read it. She picked it up and she said to Roger, I might be wrong, but that she knew she would get upset again if she read it.
Oh yeah, and that's when Roger said the thing about the letters.
Yeah, so but still, I mean, any book has a dedication, and he and Claire obviously had a very strange relationship. To me, it's not odd for him to dedicate any of the number of books that he's written to his daughter. Yeah. So I don't necessarily see that as this big profession of love to his daughter. I just think it's one of those things that writers do. They make a nod to somebody who's been very important in their life and thanking them for their patience while they're getting through the book. So I don't see it as much deeper than that.
Yeah, and I mean, Diana confirmed that. I just think it's interesting how the show went that route, and they could have easily just changed the letter and had him say what he said, and I don't know. It's weird to me, and no dedication, just to my dearest Deadeye. I don't know. That was the only thing really that stood out to me. I was happy that they used the book 10 excerpts. I mean, they had to switch things around.
That was so exciting. That really was. And I had just gone through the other night. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go through all of them. So I just reread them. And they're good. I'm excited for the book to come. But as far as even the changes with Jamie and William reconciling the way that they do, it's not the way it happens in the books.
No.
They do have multiple conversations over a period of time. But for the show, again, that change was a good change. So,
it worked. And I mean, it's drawn out too, because there's so many scenes in the book they couldn't include. The one when he wakes up at the ridge and he's going to shave and he looks at Jamie's stuff and he's getting to know, oh, this is what he shaves with. This is his soap. This smells like him. We don't need all that.
Exactly. They go to breakfast one morning, and that would have been a cute one to put in there. They say, "Can we call you Uncle Billy?" And he chokes on his bacon or something like that.
That's right.
That would be very William in the show. That would have been a cool thing to see. But look, we're limited on what we can see, and I think they did a really good job kind of weaving what's in book 10 into this. And I guess because she had already put that information out there, it was fair game.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good.
It kind of ties into us saying we don't mind changes. Just do them in a cohesive
in a normal way.
Yeah. What else was different? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, me too. Oh God, I just had one on my head.
For the most part, we're kind of flying blind at this point.
Yeah, I mean, so next week is Farrah, so we're going to assume it's Lord John Grey getting saved. And then the big finale is going to be King's Mountain. And I did realize I slipped up in front of Katie when I was like, oh, it'll be a clinical death. I'm like, oh my God, I just screwed that up. Did you catch that?
I didn't even catch it.
I did. I felt like my eyes were rolling back in my head. I don't think she caught it either, because it was just kind of like a ramble. I was like, oh my God.
And we're all always talking over each other, so maybe she didn't hear it.
Yes, she didn't hear it. Don't re-listen, Katie.
Don't listen.
But I do think it's going to be very clinical. And again, maybe there'll be the blue light around her. I'm just wondering if the first half of the show will be King's Mountain, and then the second, I don't know. I have no idea how they're going to end it. Yeah.
It'll probably be after Claire heals him and they all are back on the ridge, and it's going to be a pan out. I'm still convinced everything's going to be addressed when he dies on King's Mountain, and there's going to be this flashback. They're going to show his ghost.
Well, how many, we did see that on IMDb. Elizabeth had texted me, hey, it looks like Jenny's coming back. And then I went deeper into the episode, and there's flashbacks of everybody. Galus, Rupert, Angus, Dougal. So this is going to be a montage like no one's ever seen. And look, those are those moments that give you this melancholy for the beginning of this show.
Yeah.
And if they do it right, I will just never watch Wentworth and Fergus ever again, and that will be Outlander for me.
That will be it. Yeah. I mean, it's easy to do. We'll just pretend it never happened. I'm the queen of avoidance, so.
But all in all, good episode. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here. And I can't think of any other big changes.
Me either. Okay.
All right.
Well, we're at who knows how long we're at. I think we're over
23 minutes.
Oh, geez. Okay.
It's not bad, but
it's not bad, but we should wrap.
We went on a tangent, so
yeah,
with the trauma dump.
We know last week. We thank everybody for listening. Last week was rough for everybody, especially us in our comments. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
But it's okay.
It was good. It was good.
Fictional universe. Listen, this is good. We're back on track. We got 2 more episodes to go. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
And, follow us on our socials. And for now,
until next time, stay Outlander unhinged.